Hello and welcome to CoreTV News on the Hour. I am Omotayo Alo. President Muhammad Buhari on Wednesday night held a closed-door meeting with Senate President Bukola Saraki and other principal officers of the National Assembly. It was the first official meeting between the President and the Senate President since the inauguration of the National Assembly. Speaking after the meeting at the presidential villa, Senator Saraki said the discussion did not touch on his trial at the Court of Conduct Tribunal.
Well, it was first an initiative of the President for the interaction between the leadership of the National Assembly and Mr. President. Being the first meeting and called on Bell, it was a very useful session because, as you know, this kind of interaction helps in ensuring smooth relationship between the two arms of government. We discussed a number of issues, some of the plans, some of the works we have for us. And the general commitment is that, yes, the National Assembly has legislators from different parts of the different parties, but now we are representing Nigeria and we have a common goal to see that we work together for the interests of the general cause of Nigeria as a whole.
16 people have died and 10 others injured in multiple explosions in Wednesday morning in Damaturu, Yobe State capital. Executive Secretary, State Emergency Management Agency Musa Idi confirmed the story to newsmen in Damaturu on Wednesday. The morning explosions took place around the Ministry of Housing Quarters and Buhari Housing Estate in Damaturu. Normalcy has since returned to the state capital as schools opened while workers and all the residents have resumed their normal business.
Zana Zakaria Estate along Gujuba Road, where a Zamaba went into a Fulani hut and gathered the Fulani settlers there, and the bomb was detonated, killing 10 of the Fulani villagers and the Sabamba himself. The second and third attack took place within Buhari Estate, also in Damaturu. Unfortunately, a young man actually made an attempt to stop one of the side bombers, who actually was bearing a rifle and also had bombs all over his body. So in an attempt to disarm the man, the two of them died together. The name of the young man is Azan Mohammed Amagun, 19-year-old undergraduate of Yobe State University. The third one took place at a shop, within the same Buhari Estate, whereby the suicide bomber came in a bicycle and pretended to be a customer of the shop, approached the shop owners, and before you know it, the bomb went off and 4 people died in that instance. So we have 18 number of people dead, unfortunately, and we also have 8 people critically injured who are taking the treatment as I'm speaking with you now at the General Hospital Damaturu.
Actually, what really happened in this early in the morning, the late child is my own son. So early in the morning, we had 2 sounds of heavy bomb. When we heard that sound, he said, let him come out and check whether is something going on wrong or nothing, something like that. He just came out. Immediately as he came out, he saw one suicide bomber approaching him. So in the result of to stopping the suicide bomber, so unfortunately the boy, he just grabbed the suicide bomber. So the thing just exploded. So that's what actually happened.
Boko Haram has reaffirmed its allegiance to the Islamic State and its leader Abubakar al-Baghdadi in the new video. It also maintained that the group is still under the leadership of Abubakar Shekau, who hasn't appeared in the video since February. The video shows the person speaking a mixture of Hausa and Arabic and denying recent claims by the Nigerian military that some members of Boko Haram had surrendered to the army. It also denied that the military had rescued a number of women and children abducted by the insurgents. He also denied that the army is now restoring, saying that the army is now resorting to media campaign after failing to make any impact at the battlefront. The Nigerian military has yet to speak on the latest video. The military says troops have arrested 3 men it described as Boko Haram collaborators in Maiduguri, the Borno state capital. In a series of tweets, the military authorities noted that the arrests were made possible as a result of vital information extracted from one Boko Haram financier who was arrested last week. The military maintained that the arrested terrorists are making useful statements and giving more insight into the activities of the terrorists and their collaborators. The 3 arrested collaborators are Jikana Goni, age 29, Musa Alaji Modu, age 37, and 40-year-old Abanana Alaji, all from Hausari Wad, Maiduguri. The Chief of Defense Staff, General Gabriel Olunishakin, says the military is re-strategizing towards winning the war against Boko Haram and meeting the December 2015 deadline given to the military to end insurgency in the country. Olunishakin, who made this remark during a tour of military formations and units in Rivers State, explained that his visit to the state is aimed at asserting that the level of preparedness of troops to fight the current threat to national security. He pointed out that measures are being put in place to improve military tactics so as to enable Nigerian troops perform better during operations against Boko Haram and other threats to security. Olunishakin also condoled with families of 7 soldiers who lost their lives during a gun battle with members of Boko Haram on Tuesday in Damaturu, Yobe State, promising that the military is on top of the situation to forestall any reoccurrence of the incident. The CDS also visited the 97th Special Operations Group Air Force Base, Port Harcourt, with the Chief of the Air Staff, Air Marshal Sadiq Abubakar, and other security chiefs, where he had a meeting with security personnel. Former Ekiti State Governor Kayode Fayemi has said the national leader of the All Progressives Congress, Bola Tinubu, has no problem with the first batch of ministerial nominees. This is contrary to suggestions that the party leader is not comfortable with the nomination of Fayemi and other former governor of Lagos State, Babatunde Fashola. The ministerial nominees spoke at the APC National Secretariat in Abuja.
The extent that I was not told by the president that I was going to be on his list, yes, it came as a surprise. The president is a surprise master. Let me put it that way. He didn't tell anyone, to the best of my knowledge, and I would have thought that I was in a vantage position to even know more than others. I was with him for 5 days before then in New York at the United Nations General Assembly, and he never uttered a word about his list to me, nor to anyone else. And we came back to Nigeria together. I was with him until about 4 p.m. on the evening he submitted the list to the President of the Senate. I still did not have any clue anything was going to happen. So to that extent, yes, I was surprised, pleasantly surprised.
The inclusion of the name of the former governor of Ekiti State, Kayode Fayemi, on the ministerial list has led to jubilation by party members in the state, with many saying it is a development that will help in reviving the party in the state. Rashid has more in this report from Ado-Ekiti.
These party faithfuls have converged on the state secretariat of the All Progressives Congress in Ado-Ekiti, hoping to hear the name of former governor Kayode Fayemi amongst the ministerial nominees. With the opening of the envelope containing the names by Senate President Bukola Saraki, the wait seems over, and it was jubilation galore as Fayemi's name was announced. For these party officials, Fayemi's nomination is God sent and will strengthen the anti-corruption drive of Buhari administration.
In the area of proving integrity and maintaining law and order by ensuring total security for the citizenry of this country, and not only that, to ensure that corruption is wiped out of our socio-political system.
Other members expressed their joy in words.
It is a well-deserving one. is a man that has worked assiduously for us in the Ekiti State. During his tenure in the administration of Ekiti State, he really worked very well. In his administration, we see all the good works that he did.
My beloved Oga, has been appointed as the Minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I'm sure the President has seen diligence in him, they have seen commitment in him, they have seen honesty in him, probity, and everything good in him.
But for some other members, it's a return to the winning streak of the party in Ekiti State.
It's a victory for democracy, and this is what every member has been yearning for, to appoint a politician who can mobilize, who can develop the party in the state, who can make the party rise to the occasion of contesting an election and win.
With the screening of nominees yet to commence, the APC in Ekiti State can only hope that Fayemi scales through the Senate hurdles. Rashid, CoreTV News, Ado Ekiti.
Join us after this break for more.
Some pundits believe that as long as the political system is driven by selected few, corruption may be difficult to fight.
You should be careful about what you say.
I am not the only politician. Even if I've wronged anyone, it is time to forgive me.
Political Arena every Sunday at 9:15 p.m. and a repeat broadcast every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m.
Welcome, and if you're just joining us, it's CoreTV News on the hour. For more of our news and information, visit our social media platform, facebook.com/CoreTV News, our Twitter handle @CoreTV News NG. You could get more on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/CoreTV, Live Space and News. Lagos State Governor Akinwumi Ambode has initiated moves to fulfill one of his campaign promises to eliminate all nook and cranny of communities and adjoining boundaries in the state before the end of the year. This was made known on Thursday at a joint press briefing by the Ministry of Energy and Mineral Resources, Public Works Corporation and Lagos State Electricity Board as a follow-up to the premise of Governor Ambode during the maiden town hall meeting held at Ayobo, Ipaja last Tuesday. The senator representing Rivers East, George Sekibo, on Wednesday tabled the petition against former Governor Rotimi Amechi on the floor of the Senate. The petition is part of the effort to scuttle the former governor's nomination as a cabinet member. The lawmaker noted that the petition centered around allegations of misappropriation, corruption, among others. But his position was greeted by shouts of disapproval from other senators, although Senate President Bukola Saraki referred the petition to the Committee on Ethics and Privileges. The Senate is to send a 9-member delegation to condole with the family of late H.I.D. Awolowo. The federal lawmakers also paid tribute to the memory of the wife of the late Obafemi Awolowo. This was on the basis of a motion raised by the senator representing Ogun Central, Olariwaju Tejuosho. Some of the senators who spoke on the floor of the Senate described the late matriarch of the Awolowo family as an embodiment of knowledge and an astute politician. Senate President Bukola Saraki will also be part of the delegation.
So, though the late Mrs. Awolowo was a businesswoman of great repute, she was also an astute politician. The Senate is further aware that she stood in for her husband in the alliance formed between the National Convention of Nigerian Citizens and the Action Group called the United Progressive Grand Alliance, UPGA, while he was being tried and in jail, with the plans being that she will contest the elections, and if she won, will step down for her husband in a by-election. The Senate He's further aware that to fulfill his dream of becoming president in the Second Republic, she toured the length and breadth of the country with her husband, campaigning, coordinating the women's wing of the party, and was always present at all party caucuses and continued to fight for the cause of justice.
Mama was an epitome of womanhood, and she was indeed a great woman. Her appellation as the jewel of inestimable value is not difficult to place because she was detribalized and she loved everyone, including men who milled around her for wisdom and knowledge.
Because the great thing was long after the death of her husband, the statesman, Chief Obafemi Awolowo, she continued to promote his visions and calls for a strong and united Southwest Nigeria and advancement of humanity. We thank the Almighty God for her remarkable, illustrious, and celebrated life, and commiserate with the good people of Ogun State, our family, entire Yoruba land, and Nigeria at large. May the Almighty God grant her eternal rest. Amen.
Join us after the break for stories from outside Nigeria and sport.
You can now watch CoreTV News live from anywhere in the world on our website www.coretvnews.com. Click on Live TV on our website and watch us live.
And welcome to CoreTV Primetime Days.
To follow us on Twitter, click on Twitter icon on our website. On Facebook, click on the Facebook and YouTube to see all our previous news production. You can also watch us live on YouTube. Click CoreTV, leave a space, then News. CoreTV News, our 24-hour news station.
And on the foreign scene, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has ordered the police to prevent government ministers and Knesset members from entering Al-Aqsa compound. An official disclosed that the Prime Minister gave this directive during the security consultation last week, but yet to formally inform the cabinet ministers of his directive. Clashes have rocked the Jerusalem site in recent weeks amid a surge in tensions between Israelis and Palestinians. The Al-Aqsa compound is the third holiest site in Islam. It is located in East Jerusalem, which Israel annexed in 1967, and the move never recognized by the international community as part of its occupation of the West Bank. The White House expressed deep concern on Wednesday about the escalating violence in the occupied West Bank and Jerusalem and urged Israelis and Palestinians to restore calm. Russia has fired cruise missiles at targets in Syria in a major display of military power. Russia's defense minister, Sergei Shoigu, disclosed that the attacks were carried out with warships in the Caspian Sea. Russia says it is targeting the Islamic State of Iraq and the Levant ISIL group, but at least some of its airstrikes have reportedly hit Western-backed armed groups. This is the first news of Russia using its navy in its Syria campaign since it began building up its military forces in Syria. The missiles flew nearly 1,500 kilometers over Iran and Iraq and struck Raqqa and Aleppo province in Syria's north and Idlib province in the northwest, Russian officials said. In sport, Nigeria's goalkeeper Vicente Yeme has said that he is no longer a player with the Nigeria senior football team. The Super Eagles Yeme, who took to his Instagram page, Vinny2908, said he has served Nigeria, he has given Nigeria his best while in pitch, and now he retired from active play with Eagles to focus on his club career. It could be recalled that the former Eagles captain was recently stripped of title by the Eagles coach Sunday Olise and handed over to CSKA Moscow forward Ahmed Musa following an altercation between them. Although Olise has said the rift between him and Yema has been swing, He insisted that his decision stripping the former Eagles captain was based on discipline. Also in sport, Super Eagles coach Sunday Olise on Wednesday explained why he opted for a new captain for the team, a decision that ignited a serious quarrel between the coach and his goalkeeper on Tuesday in Belgium, where the Nigerian team are camping. Olise said they chose Ahmed Musa as the new captain. Olise emphasized Vincent Ayama has said many times that he was retiring from the Super Eagles. And it's a wrap on CoreTV News at this hour. Thank you so very much for joining us. My name is Omotayo Alo. Good afternoon.